Hey there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today we've got the Marvel Studios, the first 10 years Captain America Civil War 2-pack featuring Crossbones and Cap. Of course, I'm going to say I'm super excited for this. Captain America has always been one of my favorite superheroes, even before the MCU, and I know that's popular to say, but I loved Captain America growing up. So seeing so many toys of his come to life in such detail is amazing for me. I think the Captain America trilogy is the best trilogy with the MCU, hands down. It's got the best movies, the best overarching story. It's great. On to the figures though. Not quite posed, but they do come with plenty of accessories. Looks like he's got some cool deco. The shield, obviously. You can't go wrong with that. Additional heads, that's great. And on the back, it gives you the movie poster, the year it came out, Crossbones rundown, and a Captain America rundown. Pause the video if you want to read them. So let's pop these figures out, pose them a little bit, play with them a little bit, and salute Hasbro on a great job. And here they are out of the package, and Crossbones looks so good. Brand new deco, brand new paint, brand new figure. We're going to talk about him in a second. Cap, though, he's going to be a little easier to discuss because, let me put Crossbones over here in a much easier pose because he's a little hard to stand. We'll talk about you in a sec. He's a repaint from the 3-pack Civil War with Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Captain America. But he's got much better paint apps and a new shield. So let's talk about Cap first. Chris Evans portrays Captain America very well in the movies. Let me get that just out there right now. I love Captain America. I love this figure. But it's unfortunately the second time I've bought it because here is the 3-pack version. In the 3-pack version, it's a little more beat up, battle damaged if you will, but it is the same mold. Now am I happy that I have it? Oh yeah. The shield's much more beat up. And it's got just, it's got character to it. But this one's so nice and so shiny. And on the back, you can see that the straps are a little bit more detailed. And the blue is just a much darker shade of blue. This one's a little bit lighter. So while I'm doing the size comparison a tad early, I did want to point out that this is a repainted figure. Now the thing that matters the most is this one came with a different head and this one came with a different head. So let's pop them on and see what's just so different. Now when you hear me yammer on about face printing technology and, oh, this character looks so much like this character or this one doesn't look well enough, look at the difference between 2 years. This one came out in 2016, this one 2018, and just look at these two. This one cannot compare to this one at all. It is leaps and bounds better. This one is the winner. This one is Chris Evans in your hand. This is the definitive Captain America MCU figure. And unfortunately, you got replaced, buddy, so get out of here. As far as articulation, he's got it where it counts. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, boot cut, ankle pivot, boot goes up and down, thigh swivel, and the thigh is just a little bit too big for that leg. The leg joint there, I don't know, it's just, it's either too small or this thigh is too big. It's not nearly that bad on the other figure, but this one, I don't know what they did there. He's got ab crunch, waist swivel, bicep swivel, wrist goes 360, has the hinge, arm ratchets all the way around. He's got a little bit of a head pivot problem, or if you want to put him off to the side, have him a little bit confused, it's a little difficult. But it will go down and it will go up. And going back to the shield, this shield is really nice. I very much appreciate that they went with this type of shield. And then on the other hand, you've got Crossbones. And this Crossbones looks just so rugged, so tough. It's a very intimidatingly cool figure. So much evil tech on him, so much deco. The paint with the skull and crossbones. I love this interpretation of it from the MCU. And he just screams, I'm evil. I mean, how many people have a molded gun that can't come out? I mean, come on. This dude just screams mercenary. Deco, the paint. He's a lot of black, but he's got really great just detail all over. The silver knee pads, the shin guards, the utility belt, for lack of a better term, an arsenal just equipped to this person. And he's ready to take down a small nation. And his eyes piercing through the mask. Man, whatever paint they used to give it that glint, man, that is, that's scary. Don't look at me like that. The mask just looks so well. And it could fit in with any toy line. That's what I love about toys. Using just the slightest bit of imagination, this toy can become anything. And that's what I love about toys. They can become whatever you need them to be. If you want to pair him off with some Star Wars, he can do it. If you want him to beat up on Batman, he can gladly do it. He looks like he could. I wouldn't want to mess with him, and you shouldn't either. Articulation-wise, he's your standard Marvel Legends. You know, double-jointed knees, double-jointed elbows, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's the same old story. It's this, you know, there's nothing standing out that makes him so much apart from the other ones. But he doesn't have the ab crunch, and it's because he's got this bulletproof exterior vest on, and it doesn't let him really do much in terms of sit-ups. So he's probably got a little bit of a gut. In terms of accessories, these things do slide off, and they're painted very well. They've got kind of a chrome silver paint gloss to them. The black and the straps right here are a darker shade of gray, and they fit right onto his arm. And if I'm not mistaken, they resemble, from the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, the weapons Shocker used. So let's bring Peter Parker in. I mean, Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man, right. Does that look about right to you, Spider-Man? I don't talk toy. Is that yes? Let's see what it looks like with the head swap. Oh yeah, that's one ugly customer. Look at that guy. He is, he's pretty beat up. I really like the scars on his face and the 5 o'clock shadow he's got going on. It's not nearly as detailed as the Chris Evans one, but you can tell what they were going for. And I mean, really, you're not really going to use this head. Get out of here. You want the good, masked, scary face. And this costume can be used either way. I've got a Netflix Punisher that's dying to try this thing on. They're already best friends. Oh, you like skeletons? So do I. Of course, scale-wise, a little shorter. Not as tall as Netflix Punisher, but not bad. And here's your final size comparison between Crossbones and Captain America. Standing up straight, tall, looks good, fits the 6-inch scale really well, and they just pair together so nicely. So my final thoughts, get Crossbones. If you see this for a cheaper price, at the start of the video I didn't mention what I got it for, but I got it for half off. If you see Crossbones, pick it up. The cap, if you have the 3-pack, I could understand why you wouldn't want to get this one. But it's only $5 more. You get a new cap, new head molds, face printing. You get Crossbones. He looks amazing. And these two, they're meant to do battle together. And they look so nice. They look straight out of the movie, Civil War. Personally, my favorite MCU movie. I'm glad I picked it up. 5 stars. This Crossbones is just one of those toys that fits with anything you've got. The cap, 4.5 out of 5. This is a great 2-pack. I can't give it a 5 though altogether, just because $50 is a bit much, you know? For half off, that's a great deal. But for $50, this isn't enough for 50. 4.5 for the whole thing. So with that, thank you very much for watching. take a look at our Instagram, hit like, check out our Twitter. It's at the Toy Temple. Subscribe down below. We'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. What's your favorite MCU movie? You let me know. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.